Hi everyone, welcome back to Friday Favourite. So today I'm going to be showing you my updated family history planner. As you can see, it's in my rose gold now. That's because I sold my perforated ice blue just a little while ago. So I've migrated it over to the rose gold. So what I'll do is I'll link down below the original couple of videos about the family history planner, and I'll also link down below my rose gold if you want to sort of see how I've gotten to this point. But for any of you that haven't seen the rose gold sort of journey, this one was faulty when I got it, or had the issue of flaking that most of the rose golds had. It has been sealed with the acrylic sealer. It's not perfect by any stretch. It's got a couple of little bits and pieces along it that still kind of annoy me. But generally speaking, it's in pretty good condition and it hasn't deteriorated any further than it had when I got it. So that's the outside part of the planner to talk about. We'll just sort of get straight into this. If you guys have seen the family history planner one before, you kind of know what I'm doing with this. The basic gist is I've done a lot of research into my family history. It's a habit that I kind of come back to. I sort of leave it alone for 6 months and then we'll do something with it for 2 months and then I'll put it away again and won't touch it for 6 months. So kind of comes and goes, but that's why this is so important, because it means I can basically pick it up and go with it as soon as the whim comes back. So on the left hand side here, I've just got a little quote card from the Write Your Own Tomorrow range that just says stay curious. When you're doing your family history, that's a really important thing to do. Always ask questions, always want to know why, and that's why that one is so pertinent, and it's just held in place just with a gold round paper clip from Kikki.k. I've then got a couple of my membership cards to different, or library cards to different places in this sort of card holder. It's perfect for that. So they sort of live there. There are others as well, but they tend to get used a bit more in everyday life as well, so they don't live in here. And then in here I've just got some pamphlets just from different libraries that I've been to, just so I can remember at a glance sort of what they offer. On the front here I've got it's basically just a piece of cardboard that I've covered and then laminated. On this side it's got the Van Scap because I just think the kitties are really cute. But when you flip it over, you've got that post-it note set from the Pause Gold range that I've just stuck just using double-sided tape onto the laminated sheet, and that therefore means this can come off really easily. But I've just found post-it notes are the most important thing, especially when you're at a library. Post-it notes are invaluable, so to have this whole set here, it's just an easy way to keep them. It fits in with this whole thing, and I just think, like, you can pull this out if you want to. If you're at the library, you could pull this out, put it off to the side, be reading books, just do the little flags on the side, and when you're done, go straight back in, and you're ready to go again. All the dividers in this set are using either the gold, like the Pause Gold wrapping paper, or the dot wrapping paper that I think came out in the wedding collection. I got it the other week in my mini haul, which I'll link down below as well. But my dashboard's just a laminated sheet with a quote card from the Sweet range. Sweet range. Just says just love, and again, family history sort of stuff that's rather pertinent. On the left hand side I've just covered that with stuff from the piece of paper from the Live Bright range, just because I think it's pretty. The ones in here haven't been laminated and they don't have tabs on them, like actually written tabs on them yet. I'm actually not a big fan of writing on the tabs. I'd so much prefer just to leave them as they are, and I generally know what order they go in anyway. But these are all handmade by me, but they haven't been laminated yet. I ran out of laminating sheets. But I will get round to laminating them very, very soon. So they're just plain white on the back because I haven't chosen what I want to put on the back. But I'm basically just going to pick pieces of paper that I like, that I think are interesting, or that I can do bits and pieces with on the other sides. So on this front one, I've basically just got a personal information page that Ryan made for me on the computer. It hasn't been filled in yet because I keep forgetting to. But the best thing about this is that, so you've got this bit on the front. You can put a picture here, you can put whatever you like. Basic details of name, phone number, and email. So if I did leave this at a library somewhere, someone would know how to get it back to me. And then on the back of it, I've got logins and password for stuff like Ancestry, Find My Past. If you do family history, you'll know how many subscription websites you run into, and sometimes how hard it is to keep track of all those passwords. You're probably not going to keep anything really important here that's going to cost you money, but if it's just something like Ancestry, or Ancestry, Find My Past, Roots Chat, any of those ones, this is really helpful. The next tab I've got here is my family to-do list. So basically all I do for each person, I have the name of the person, the certificate or the piece of information that I'm missing, and then where I think I will go to find it. And then when it's in red, it means I've actually got it. So I've got a couple of sheets there. These are all designed by Ryan and myself. Ryan made them and I kind of designed them. So if you do your family history and you aren't interested in these, just let me know. We can probably find a way to get them to you. The second one I've got here is my person sort of sheet. This is where most of the information is kept about each person. So you've sort of got name, birth date, birthplace, if I've got the certificate, where that came from, little chart just so I can put it. I'm a very visual person, so sometimes trying to put this in here is rather important. There is a space for a photo, which sometimes I have and sometimes I don't. So there for my great-great-granddad, I do. As I'm sort of going through them, I'm still finding things that don't quite work, and I'm sort of altering them as we go. But at the moment, they work really, really nicely. Next one I've got in here are charts. So if you do your family history, you know sometimes putting things into visual is really, really helpful. So that's what all of these are. Just on the outside, I sort of put on which family they pertain to. So this is one side of the family, this is the other side of the family. And then I've got all my copies of all of the certificates. So anybody's certificate that I've got goes in here so that it's there. I can look it up if I need to. If I need a bit more information, it's all there waiting for me. And I write all that in the person information sheets. It'll be that certificate is on hand or whatever it might be. This next bit's all other sort of records. So not births, deaths and marriages, but it might be, for example here, a story in the newspaper that I've just transcribed out, or a passenger list from a ship. Anything sort of along those lines, they all sort of go in here. Death notices, wedding notices, things out of papers, basically all go in there. The next tab is blank at the moment. It's always good to have a spare tab, which is what that one's for. There is something in particular that needs to go in there, but I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. So it's just blank for now until I remember that. Then got my sources tab, which I'm really slack on. I haven't written any in here. But basically anything I use on a regular basis is going to get sourced in here. I haven't done anything family history for a while. To be honest, my YouTube channel's been taking all that extra time up. But now that footy season's over, I tend to come back into it sort of in summer because that's when footy season goes away. And then at the back I've just got notes, scribbles, bits and pieces of things that I kind of just need to have. I just am scribbling, so I just keep them all there. And then, especially for this one, the notepad in the back is absolutely pertinent because I'm always scribbling little notes and we'll just sort of stick them in places. So this is really important to have in this one in particular. So that is my family history planner in my rose gold. I love the rose gold. I love the dividers. I think they've come up really, really nicely. I didn't think I'd like this as much as I do, but this little post-it note bit has come up really nicely and I really, really like it. So that is it for this planner, guys. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of how I set this one up. Only one to go now, which is another one you guys have never seen before. So that will be next Friday's, as my dog walks in again. That will be next Friday's video, so stay tuned next week for that one. If you did like this video, guys, please give it a big old thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I also appreciate every single one of my subscribers. Thank you so much. If you want to become part of my little family, hit the subscribe button because I'd definitely like to have you. If you do want to get in contact with me, you can find me on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, or you can send me an email. They're all down below for you. And otherwise, guys, I hope you have an awesome weekend and I will see you for decoration on Monday. See you later. Bye.